The following program was produced or sponsored by a community member. The content, views, and opinions expressed are the sole responsibility of the producer and do not reflect those of Malden Access Television, the City of Malden, or Comcast. MATV welcomes your comments. Call us at 781-321-6400 or email us at access@matv.org.
I gotta ask your veteran advice later on when we get a chance. Okay. Basically, I basically have four matches over there. Just want to ask, like, have you ever wrestled 4 matches? Ever wrestled what? 4 matches at once? Like in one night? It's almost like a king of the ring. You want me to wrestle 4 matches? No, I have. In a sense, I have to wrestle.
Welcome, all sports fans, to another edition of the MNBL. I'm your host, Nestor Dudley, along with Go Ref Go in the Cablecast booth.
Yes.
And Andy Robinson representing the Lakers behind the camera. The first game is Sonics Kings, Madness Implications. But first, Commissioner Ken Mazonson has an announcement he would like to make. So we're going to turn it over to Ken Mazonson.
I think it was serious because he had his goggles on there, and he only puts those on when it's serious time.
Okay, can everybody hear me? All right, I just want to make a special announcement before we begin tonight. 2 Thursday nights ago, the Neighborhood League sponsored a program featuring a discussion on OxyContin with guest speakers from the police department, former users of the drug, health department officials, as well as Councilor Kristen Minelli. We, at that time, had a drawing for Celtic tickets to a lucky contestant who was a member of our program, and Danny Gillis's name was drawn. So Danny has won the tickets, which I do have with me. And the special announcement that I have to make is that the Boston Celtics were nice enough to give us tickets for everybody that attended that night. So I want to make special thanks to the Boston Celtics. If you were there that night, and I do know who was there, I have a ticket for next Friday night at 7:30 against the Charlotte Bobcats. They're $40 tickets. They gave us $1,400 worth of tickets. So special thanks to the Celtics, and for you guys that showed up to hear that, come see me after your game. Isn't that nice?
Well, that was certainly a very nice surprise.
It was a very nice surprise. Go Ref Go. I couldn't be there that day because I gotta make that dollar bill, y'all.
It's a good gesture by the Boston Celtics.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they had a discussion on OxyContin, and that have seemed to have taken so many youths nowadays. Go Ref Go, and that's not excluding the MNBL. There has been some former players that have actually passed on. The latest one that passed on OxyContin was a player by the name of John Henry, who played in the MNBL. Matter of fact, he played on the Lakers from 95 to 97. 1975, of course, that was the Red Sox in the World Series with the Cincinnati Reds, so.
Right.
There was no MNBL in 1975. There was, however, the ABA in professional basketball.
Right.
Dr. J. Julius Irving. But here we got Madness Implication here.
It's already 10 to 10, huh?
Yes. Actually, 100. Right. Well, the combination of 200. The Sonics right now in 5th place, 3 and 6, with the Kings in 6th place, 3 and 7.
Nothing seems to be working tonight. The microphone, the scoreboard. The scoreboard's not working, by the way, the actual score part. And that's why Commissioner Johnson hasn't put up the 2 points yet.
Oh, did someone score?
I believe so. Oh, yeah, I believe so, because he was about to make an announcement. Or maybe he wasn't, I don't know. I wasn't watching.
I really don't think anybody scored.
I don't think so either, no. I just seen him playing with the microphone. I was watching Commissioner Johnson.
Suda kicks it out to Roger Hickey with the unorthodox three. Yeah, that's his shot. That's his shot. That's how he puts it up.
Does he put it up quite often? What are his stats on the three?
They try to set him up. He has a few of them. They try to set him up for that shot more often. He has 5 of them.
Oh, so he's not doing too bad. 5 out of...
And he doesn't shoot them that often. Actually, excuse me, 4. I looked in the wrong column. He has 4 of them. Wow. But still, he has 4, and the Sonics as a team have 6.
Wow. So what's on the line here in this game? What are the stakes?
Right now, the Celtics are in the 4th place. They're playing 500 ball, 5 and 5. But the Sonics are right behind them, 3 and 6, followed by the Kings, 3 and 7. So, and the season's only going to be a couple of weeks longer. So one of these 2 teams could move into position for 4th place. But then again, some years it's just not worth coming in 4th place because it all depends what team finishes in 1st place.
And so far it looks as if it's gonna be possibly the Lakers.
Right now the Lakers are the front runners. They are in 1st place right now, record 8-1.
And I don't think either one of these teams want to play either the Lakers or the Bullets.
And the Bullets are 8-2. And matter of fact, in today's non-televised game, going to be Lakers and Bullets. And I never thought I'd say Lakers and Bullets would be a non-tablecast game, especially when those 2 teams are 1 and 2.
Why is it going to be non-cable casted?
There's not going to be any help. Originally, I started to tell you this, but then I got taken away. Originally, I wasn't going to tape any games today, just to be fair, across the board. Not going to tape any games today.
Right.
And I was online, and I happened to see Coach Glenn Higgins. And I said, I'm not going to tape any games today. And he started whining. I heard the whining through the IM. Oh, that's not fair. Well, I'm not sure he said that's not fair, but he said, but the Kings are not playing tomorrow. And today the Sonics and Kings are playoff implications. And So rather than to listen to the whine, let's take this game. You know, let it never be said that I'm not accommodating. Who knows, maybe one day in the future I might need his help on something. And I could reference this. But
and it's on tape.
Yes. But if I'm not going to do Lakers Bullets, because there's not going to be any help here. Because he's actually not going to be here.
And Brad's not here yet?
Brad's not here. Higgins is not going to be here because there's a wrestling school opening for EWF, the Everett Wrestling Federation, I believe. And indie wrestler extraordinaire Tim McNeely, the graduate Tim McNeely, is the instructor. And on the indie scenes, they don't come much better. They don't come any better than Tim McNeely. Go, Ref, go, but you know that.
Yes, and I'd like to say, it's too bad it's just on the indie scene and not in the worldwide circuit.
Tim McNeely, such a talented wrestler. He's been in the business 14 plus years, and it always amazed me how he was never able to catch on to the WWF as they were known at the time.
Yes,
he did some dark matches, he did some squash matches. And it just amazed me how he never caught on, but then they picked up Scott Taylor.
I heard Scott Taylor just lost his job.
Well, that's good. Justice, as Sid Justice used to say, justice has been served.
Speaking, while we're on the topic of wrestling, while we have a quick break here, major announcement concerning March 3rd.
March 3rd, yep.
Good time Emporium, the Iron Sheik, the WWE.
He's still going to be there.
The WWE has pulled the Iron Sheik from all independent wrestling until April.
That's not right, because you know what it's going to look like for the Orthonin? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, we're not the only ones in the area. Orthonin, NWH, or NWW. Or
no, but I was going to say it's going to look like the Orthonin posted that. And it's going to look like the Orthonin did a Mike spot a trick.
Well, thankfully, it doesn't look like that on the mark boards or anywhere else, because thankfully, we're not the only, like I said, we're not the only ones reporting this news, as other promotions in the area who are like MWF and New Wrestling Horizons, we're planning on, have also reported the same news, and it's also on, I believe, WWE.com.
Okay, good.
So,
now I wonder why they would do that.
well, as with typical with the WWE, they gave no specific reason. They just, they don't want him making any independent wrestling appearances until WrestleMania.
Unless, of course, they found out that the original Captain Charisma was on that card.
I don't think that had anything to do with it. To be honest with you, I don't think the original Captain Charisma's lawyers actually fulfilled their obligations and sent their cease and desist letter.
Oh.
I guess there's a little problem in the little dissension in the ranks there.
Oh.
The problem with the lawyers. You know, lawyers are being the typical lawyers, you know,
Yeah.
criminals without masks.
Yeah. Yeah. Although it would be nice to get the fake Captain Charisma's mask, because I like that mask.
Yes.
I like that mask. That outfit was weak, but I like that mask. Well, that's too bad about that, and you know, I'm sure that you know, it was too good to be true. I mean, they announced him a WWF Hall of Famer. You had him on the show. When I mean you, I don't mean you personally. I mean Orthon in wrestling.
Yep.
Had him on the show. You know, it would have definitely helped his ticket sales because he was back in the limelight for a short amount of time because of the impending induction to the WWE Hall of Fame, along with Nikolai Volkov. And
well, from what I understand, the WWE is usually a generally nice company.
yes.
But once in a while, as you know, they like to flex their muscles a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently the year of 2005 will be the year they flex their muscles because apparently they're trying to stop all old ECW workers from working any independent wrestling shows until they have their ECW reunion show, and that includes Shane Douglas's own ECW reunion show 2 days before theirs.
So how can they stop former ECW
They're
workers?
trying to sign them.
Oh, they're trying to sign them. Oh, okay.
They offered the Sandman $5,000
To work that show.
to work that show under the stipulation he doesn't work anywhere else until then. Does that make any sense to you? Wouldn't you want them out there working so people remember them?
Well, you never want to question the mind of Vinnie Mac.
Exactly, which is why the Orthana Wrestling has not decided to fight the ruling.
But now, when is this ECW reunion show supposed to happen?
I'm not sure.
Because on the other hand, like some of these guys, this is how they make their living. They wrestle. So if they can't wrestle until then, how are they going
about 3 more months, maybe?
How are they going to? Like I know for a fact, Chris Candido. No gimmicks needed. Chris Candido. I know for a fact
He's working TNA right now.
all he does is wrestle.
He's working TNA right now. He's all over TNA's Inside Impact show there.
And I know for a fact that Balls Mahoney just wrestled.
Yes.
Well, let me ask you this. Because it is an ECW reunion, but it's going to be under the umbrella of the WWE.
Yes.
What's the story with New Jack? Because Vinnie Mac don't like him.
I don't know. Well, New Jack was backstage a couple of WWE TV shows and house shows. He was on Raw and SmackDown about, not on the show, but you know, at the show, a few weeks back. And I don't know what happened. Originally, they were going to have him be the person who stabbed John Cena at the nightclub.
That would have actually been good.
It would have been. I think that was New Jack's idea.
That would have been believable. That damn straight that would have been believable, you know. He could have came on, oh, you think you gangster, this and that, blah, blah. You know, he could have threw a couple of WBs. I don't want to say white boys, but that's what that would have meant. Right. And that actually would have been good. Yeah. That would have been good. I actually like, I think I've talked to you this off camera about it. I actually like what they've done with the Shelton Benjamin character as far as Snitsky goes. Yes. Shelton, true life story, came up hard in Orange County, South Carolina, wherever he's from. Once went to school toting a gun. They do this in the South. I'm originally from the South. I know this.
It's dangerous down there.
He went to school toting a gun because he heard a rumor that he's supposed to be jumped. So if he has that upbringing, which is true, why wouldn't he lose his mind, nut up, and crack Snitsky over the head with a chair? It makes all the sense in the world.
Absolutely.
Glad to see they did that. Well, at the end, we're near the end of the first 10, and the Sonics are up 116 to 108. Breaking all kinds of records here.
Boston Celtics ain't got nothing on this
Nothing.
score. Oh, referee was in the way, but it went out of bounds anyway.
Either they're all sharpshooters or nobody plays defense.
Speaking of the Boston Celtics, they won their first game with Antoine Walker back on their team last night.
Number 88.
Utah.
Number 88.
Al Jefferson wears 8 now, right?
What place are the Celtics in on this?
The Celtics are in first, yeah.
So, hypothetically speaking, what is this, volleyball or something? In the net was the hoop?
Yes.
If now, hypothetically speaking, if the Celtics happen to stay in first place, and this is obviously getting ahead of ourselves, stay in first place, go to the playoffs, go to the finals, and win the NBA championship, that would mean the Boston is a 3-crown championship.
Yeah, it would be the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
But we all know that ain't gonna happen.
But you know, I said hypothetically speaking.
But you know, Boston
Never
can
happened.
be. You know, you can make a case. You can make a case that maybe Boston should be called the new title town.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you know, Brockton and Boston are fighting over the
City of Champions.
City of Champions thing. Yeah.
Well, Boston really can't do that because the Patriots do not.
1-7.
They don't come from Boston.
You know,
from
they're down in Foxborough.
And Foxborough's closer to Brockton than it is to Boston.
Although years ago when Kraft wanted to build that station in South Boston, and those, I was going to say freaking, but I didn't. Those residents denied it and blocked it. I'm like, how dumb can you be? Because you would have built that, you know, because they had the land. There was nothing on the land. Old industrial buildings or whatever that was, long gone or whatever. It was nothing on the land. So that would have brought jobs in the community because Kraft and them did say that those folks in the community have first dibs at all jobs. So that's bringing money in the community. And then all the money that would have came in during the football season, this is huge. And this was before the...
This is before they were good.
This was when they were going to their first Super Bowl. And when I mean first Super Bowl,
That was
I
down
mean
in New Orleans.
I mean the one against
37.
When Bill Parcells was coach. Talking about
no.
the
Kraft.
very first? The
Yeah.
very first?
Well, the very first was 86, but not that one. We're talking about the second one when they lost to the Packers. That's when they were.
That was in New Orleans. Bill Parcells was the coach.
Yes,
Drew Bledsoe-
96.
Drew Bledsoe's first Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that. I think Bill Parcells booted that game on purpose.
Yes, he didn't even ride with the team back. He was, you know, it was all over Kraft, and the thing was, it was all over the drafting of Terry Glenn because Parcells wanted somebody else. Kraft stepped in and said, "No, get Terry Glenn." And the thing that boggles my mind by this is last season, not this past NFL season, but the season before, Bill Parcells' first season with the Dallas Cowboys, who did he pick?
Terry Glenn.
Terry Glenn. But then
Parcells is a weird dude.
But then again, if Danny Ainge can come to Boston, run Antoine Walker out, and then a year later bring him back.
And they may get Gary Payton back because Gary Payton won't report to Atlanta, so
Gary's
the Celtics are talking about buying out the contract.
Gary's not going to report. There's going to have to be a contract buyout,
So the Celtics are probably going to almost
probably
going to get him back.
and they'll probably get Payton back. And at the beginning of the season, Payton didn't even want to come to the Celtics.
If they get Gary Payton back, that team's much, much better than they are right now. And that's hard to say right now since they got Antoine Walker back.
You know, Coach Higgins just said he wanted the game taped, right? He didn't say we actually had to talk about it on tape.
You noticed that too, huh?
Right. Missed that shot.
Oh, he didn't hit a damn thing.
He hit the floor. Hit the ref. He didn't hit the hoop. Now, if I'm the Kings, I follow him every time. Those shots are just ugly. Ugly.
He doesn't shoot that well from the line where everything is free anyway. On my unofficial stats.
118 to 113 Sonic lead. You got some gum there, Nessa?
Yes, I do. On my stats, I have Sanchez shooting 51%, which is actually like a career high for him.
Thank you. Appreciate that. That post Dunkachino.
Oh.
Monty West or something?
Gillis kicks it to Suda,
I think he was the second leading scorer last night.
who loses the handle. That was a good recovery by Kelly.
Yes, it
Oh,
was.
good shot.
I guess I should stop paying attention to this game because in 6 minutes and 50 ticks, I'm going to be in front of the camera talking about the first half. And all I can be able to
And how
talk.
there's so many points up there.
And all I can talk about thus far is the Orthonan Wrestling Federation
And
and the Iron Sheik not being there, and ECW reunion, and
I was good at
and the Celtics.
Celtics and
The
Patriots,
Patriots.
and the Red Sox. So we touched them, you know.
about everything.
Although we didn't mention them by name, we said Titletown.
That's right.
The only thing we haven't really mentioned is what's going on in the game right now.
Gillis should have went strong in that. He goes to hold strong, but then lays up a finger roll.
It's like trying to switch gears in midair. It's a
And-
difficult thing to do.
And we have a double. I just realized that we have a double battle of the brothers. Chuck Rogers versus Chris Rogers, head coaches, and Pierre Christmas versus Paris Christmas, the Christmas brothers. Pierre Christmas is number 14 for the Kings. Paris Christmas is 15 for the
They look identical.
Sonics.
I think Chuck put Harrison because what's the other Christmas's name?
Pierre.
Because Pierre Christmas just went in for the Kings, and Pierre went off right off the bench after Pierre went in. So maybe Chuck wants to see them playing each other.
Good pass. Good pass.
McFarland.
Good putback. 122 to 116.
Yeah.
One
Now
of the
let's see the
scoring
ball.
stuff.
Gillis, flat. Flat, no extension, didn't follow through.
And if there were more people here, he'd be hearing it from the fans.
I almost booed him.
But there's no one here, so.
So go, Ref, go. Will you be leaving after this game? Will you be leaving with, like, your ride?
Yeah. I mean, if you want me to stay and tape another game, we can do that, but
Oh, you wouldn't have any help for that third game.
third game, what about the second game?
Second game is Hawks Pistons. No need of taping that. No need of taping
I
that.
thought Bullets Lakers was second game.
No, that's the third game.
My side.
Kelly. Sanchez. Sanchez refusing to use the glass.
They're shooting horribly right now. Both
Maybe he
teams.
didn't call it. Forgot to call it.
Horrendous.
124 to 116 for a combination of 240.
Go ahead.
That was like a tough ride.
Jameer Safier bringing the rain with that shot. Kelly for the match.
Oh.
Well, not even close. First of all, it lacked at height. Then it lacked at distance. We got a jump ball.
First and 10.
There's three of them down there.
Yeah, right.
First down.
It wasn't even a close jump ball. It was like a mismatch to begin with. You know, both
Kings called
I haven't been here in a
timeout.
couple of weeks, but both sides have been kind of quiet there.
Well, when Glenn Higgins got that technical last week, that was funny. What was funny about that technical? One phrase he said before the technical made everyone's head spin. That hurt him. Kings came down the ball. They were going up court. I forget who it was. I forget what player it was. Can't remember what player it was. But anyways, Glenn was like, look up court, throw the ball up court, throw it, throw the ball, throw the ball. So the kid looked up court, threw it, It got interception. It got intercepted. Glenn's like, what are you doing, pass? What's wrong with you? I said, what? That would have been a what was that moment.
What was that? You know, talking to Coach Higgins a lot the past couple of weeks, he's had major short-term memory loss. And I mean major. He'll say something 5 minutes later, he forget he said it. And I hope he hears me because it's the damn truth.
Oh, I hope they get to watch the show, so.
Right. He'll probably forget we even taped this game.
What was funny,
No, seriously.
before you and Coach Higgins came today, and I was with Commissioner Mazzonton getting out the television equipment, I told the commissioner we're only taping one game today, the first game. And he said, oh, good, because I don't want to hear Glenn complain. I said, what? I said, matter of fact, I seen him on line, he was whining. I said, Ken, the game that you're talking about, is Minister Bernard Stroud.
Practice violation.
2 minutes, 11 seconds left. Sonics lead 24-19. Sonics ball. Carry.
Did you see that?
I saw that.
Dude, no, not that.
Oh, okay.
Dude hook shot the ball after the whistle, and it bottom.
Go ahead, finish.
What's going on? Anyway, hit the bottom of the rim, bounced off the other player's top of his head. What's going on?
That new ref,
Yep.
which I was going to comment about in a moment. Something, I forget what happened down here.
That's what
but he walked down here, and Coach Glenn Higgins said something, and that that ref said, coach your team, don't worry about me, coach your team. Oh, and he just stepped into the building. This is a new ref.
What did Coach Higgins say?
I don't know what Coach Higgins said, but he said something. None of us heard it.
Okay.
None of us heard it.
I think it had to do with what I was commenting on. Because
Okay.
the Sonic player hook shotted the ball, hit the bottom of the rim, bounced up very quickly back onto the top of number 44's head. Pretty hard, too, of 44 of the Kings. So I think Coach Higgins might have said something about that, and the coach turned around, the ref turned around and said something to him.
Yeah, he said, coach your team. And then he was like ice grilling them as he was backpedaling. The ref was. Don't know his name, don't know his story, but I like him already.
Alfalfa.
Anybody who tells Glenn to sit down, be quiet.
So that means if Glenn loses control,
He's getting tea.
and we'll have it on camera.
Coach Higgins has had an off year this year, all around. 3 points. Well, from the 3-point line, wasn't even close.
That was funny. Under a minute to go here in the first half.
Oh,
Up by 3.
I should get in position
49 seconds.
after they go.
I do from up there.
If it's bonus, you might have a chance.
Sonics foul number 15. Harris Christmas, the first personal.
That was a good hook shot.
What's up with this? Not a lot of fouls.
What are the chances of that happening? That really makes me mad. What are the odds of that happening?
Pretty good, actually.
So 18 seconds left. It's 24-23. Kings have the ball. Down by 1. They should play for the last shot.
Nesta,
Yes.
124 to 123. It's a 1-point game coming into the half.
And he's fouled.
Sonics foul number 21. Luis Sanchez, second personal. Fourth of the team.
They're going to give him a shooting foul? Wow. He was passing. All square.
All knotted up.
At the end of the first half, Kings 1 point better than the Sonics. Score 125 to 124. Hey. Look what you did.
Jackson's on fire. That's 8 points for Chris Jackson already.
What's up, man? You like that?
Well, he's not been for the past 2 years, Chuck.
3 years.
3 years, yeah. He would do that. He would do it for 3 years? 3 years. Hi, Paul. You don't like this. That's it, Chris. Here we go. One little block shot. 130 or 120.
That's by Lee Sanchez.
Get your hands out. This seems to be taking a go, bro.
Oh, yeah. I'll take mine.
I wish we get started. Somebody foul somebody.
One small game, I'll get that mixed.
Kings foul number 3, near Savior. His second personal, first on the team.
Got my coat, this gum in the pocket?
Come on, guys.
And no. And I don't even bring my coat. No, it's in the pocket. Gum.
Hey guys, both of you are post up and asking for the ball low. All right, and then pick them up. Careful, command. I didn't hear foul.
That would be good.
Hands up.
Let's let get back up on time.
Elbow.
Starting fouls number 3, Vic Kelly. His first personal and first for the team.
It's better. It was that late.
In the middle.
Oh my God. Watch Jackson is kicking their butt.
Got it covered. Watch your feet. Second feet. Good.
That one was coming out.
Check your feet in there. If it ain't set, pass it, get it back. Good job, Mike. Good job, Mike.
On that 3-pointer, you got to get the guy face big to look at.
Whistle, whistle, whistle. They do like 3 shots in a row.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They try to
Yeah, because you're evil.
Brandon Moss, is he in the Come on, get in position. Don't let it get down there. Come on, play some defense out there. Come on now. Stay right there, Paris. The man, drop down. Shoot him up. Stay right there. Step up. Do it now.
I feel sorry
Step
for
up, Lee. Step up.
Okay, please do, but it's
Go.
more.
You can't just stand around. You gotta be moving around. Let's go.
Starting foul number 32, Chris Jackson. His second personal, third for the team.
Yeah, push down there.
Give the ball up.
Starting foul number 3, Vic Kelly. His second personal, fourth for the team.
Yeah.
If I could say, you gotta vote me and Sean into the All-Star game this year. Me, Sean, and Jared, we deserve it. How'd you do it?
Playing ball.
Who are you playing against? Shaq?
No, when I jumped up, I came down and someone's foot.
Oh.
You know, I mean, that's nothing to do about that. It's like an accident, you know?
I've never had it before. Does it feel good?
I've done that about 20 times over the years. I've been playing since I was like 13 years old.
worst time I
This was
ever,
a really bad one.
the worst time I ever sprained my ankle, I jumped, and I landed on someone's foot, and then somebody came and stepped on my ankle while it was bent sideways. My ankle was literally I could have walked, I was this.
Oh yeah. The first one. Go ahead and make it.
See the hobble.
Playing ball.
Sprained it.
Chuck, kick his crotch.
Problems on the side number 19, Benjamin Collins, is first personal, fifth of the team.
Kaminsky, go inside. Yeah, outside.
Funny, it's like kids and things, so maybe sounding punches.
Yeah, that's indeed. What lesson are you trying to teach them? They're not doing anything wrong.
Offensive foul on the side number 19. His third personal. Nick Kelly.
It's plenty of time. The end of the third. Sonics 40, Kings 38.
Keep your heads up. Keep your heads up. Look at the ball.
Yeah, I just said, that's what we're usually everything starts.
Come on, guys.
You just skip over. They'll be there when arguing. During arguing, there'll be a lot of people. Especially bullets, too.
Look at it.
Nah, Joe, come on.
Come on, guys.
You're not going.
massive body. Do me a favor.
Contact. Put it, bring it under and...
Thanks. Good man.
What were they looking at down there?
This is live.
They were looking at something on the ground over there.
She told me not to tell you. Yeah, don't tell my son. He'll be so ashamed of me. Oh my God! Oh! Hello! Oh, Chris! It's the Chris Jackson show.
I was like, the big kid ran into the other thing too.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was laughing.
Now, Roger Trump, go up front. Staminsky, go up. Come on, Luis. Pressure the ball, Simon. Up for it. Swing it. Middle right there.
Team foul number 34, Roger Hickey, his first personal, second on the team.
Like popcorn. I love popcorn.
50!
He always does that almost. You know they never call a violation in the NBA. And they always do. I'm watching a Celtics game. The shooter just walks in. Especially if there's two shots. And there's shots. He'll just walk in. I'm like, what are you doing? You didn't hit him yet.
And the people who are boxing out and stuff, they just, as soon as the ball's shot, they just start walking.
You know, there is a rule called hit the rim first.
haven't seen him. So I think
He's been there like the past 3 weeks.
I know who he is. I know who he is. It's really kind of random. It's like,
Unplug the fan, and I thought, we're good. Shit, I don't know what we're doing.
where's Beanie?
Dude, what I'm saying.
Where's Beanie?
That's what I'm doing.
Where's Beanie?
I don't know. I'm not as big as over there. Can't you see him with the car?
There he is. He's a shooter. Hey, right there, Jimmy. There you go. Keep an eye on him.
What?
Look where they're at. Look where they're at.
That's my Danny Suda.
Come on, guys. Let's keep fighting. Suck it up. Suck it up. Come on, guys. Jump up and play the game. Come on, tuck up this thing. Come on. Swing it. Good hot. That's it. All right. Want to go up?
Sonic foul number 19, negative foul. Is second person. 8-15.
Thought you were in Italy still. When did you get back?
Still mad tired. Still sick. I
How was Italy?
know. Walker was injured. I was like,
No, Walker's not injured. Well, for you, the first thing he was playing on Thursday.
I don't think
How was Italy?
you could interact with them. They take that shit. If you said it well,
Did they just let you do it?
Got it.
You can hear something. Let's talk like this. Definitely special. That can show us the lights.
There's no conversation.
There's no conversation. We got audio from this. Crowd near the camera. I don't want to get knocked over.
That's good by you, Kelly. Follows on the Kings number 7, Amy Stewart. His second personal, third of the team.
Is that what you just asked? Oh.
Jump ball.
2 seconds has gone off the clock. Scoreboard, 154, 144. Yeah. And there's no buzzer.
Number 7, Amy Stewart, is third person.
I'm not missing anything.
Yeah.
There you go. You're also encouraging the crowd. You're also encouraging the crowd.
Just talking to one person.
Yeah, and that one person is talking to 2 other people who are talking to 2 other people who are not really.
Most of the players are in front of me.
Guys, be aggressive on defense. Smith, watch behind you.
Starting foul number 21, Luis Sanchez, is fourth personal, 19.
Hey, Kristen. Tag Kristen with the camera.
So what do we say?
I'm gonna go like down back. Huh?
You know who you are. Your coach is doing extra loud. Yeah. Your coach is.
Thank you.
Starting fouls are number 21, Luis Sanchez, is fifth personal. Double bonus in the game.
Hack a shack. You hack too much, Luis.
I think you know. Yeah, just me
Dragging violation, Kings ball.
Listen, all right? Come on, defense, let's go!
on foul number 32, Chris Jackson, his fourth personal, no points for the game.
Nice job, Chris. What? Nice job, Chris. Just took him out. I'm giving Chris. Jackson. Not you.
Come on, Tommy.
Huh? It's all the way over there.
Come on, Tommy.
Doesn't have his hat on.
Arriving violation. Team ball.
Hit. Down low. Yeah, get down here. Hustle.
4, 3, 2, 1, game.
He thought it was 4. Yeah. It's like 3, 2. We go 4, 3, 2, 1. Game. That's the first. We're not doing the first game.